We had friends who had been everywhere in Europe, and they told us that if you were going to give advice to some people who are only ever going to go to one city in Europe, just one, their whole life, that it's not Rome, Paris, London, although they're lovely. One city, Prague, Czech Republic. That answer surprises. We've been here now 12 hours, and they're right. It's fantastic. It's spectacular. We're headed down now through the bridge and then up the hill to the castle. And this is where you want to come. This is it. We just came over the Charles Bridge, which is kind of the iconic symbol in the city. We're headed into the area where the castle is. We climbed up this watchtower, and the view up here is amazing. Well worth the climb, as you can see. Prague just is gorgeous. It's exactly what you think Europe ought to look like. And you have the feeling too that maybe Walt Disney visited here before he built Disneyland. At least certainly the part with the castles. It's beautiful. I have figured out this is what I should have done. The Segway would have made short work of this hill, but we got on our big boy pants. One of the things we have found indispensable here is a little something called hot wine. They're very popular, as you can see with the locals over there. Even a familiar looking local. Hot wine is the way to go. This is St. Vitus Cathedral up in the palace across the river from the old town in Prague. St. Vitus is well known basically for the St. Vitus dance. St. Vitus, in the course of his trials and tribulations, was boiled in oil, which he actually survived. However, apparently it did cause him to jump around a bit. This is St. Vitus Cathedral, and it is spectacular. The stained glass and all this, fantastic. We are walking into the old town square in the middle of everything, and it is just beautiful, especially at night. Astronomical clock over there. We're going to go have a look at what I think is the Christmas decorations going up. They have these wonderful food stalls outside. They sell this fantastic meat, pork, rolling around on the spit. Like this right here, it is fantastic looking.
That's one portion.
It's wonderful.
That's one portion. Oh my God.
So, do you want another one? No, sure. I should start with this.
That.
Excuse me.
Some drinks.
What do you have?
Beer, hot wine.
This is haluski. This is cabbage and bacon and potatoes, and ooh, it's just good Czech goodness. I could, yeah, very, very good. I have ordered the pork back knee, which, as you can see, is a gigantic pig's knee, apparently. There's a bone in here the size of my femur. This thing is huge and extremely hot. I'm not quite sure how to attack it, but I'm going to let it cool off for a minute. What I'm actually going to do is try and have the rest of this beer and try and build up my courage. And then I'm going to go after this bad boy.
Thanksgiving 2013. After the meal.
I've got pork knee is a game of hunt and scrape. Then it produces an enormous amount of meat. I mean, an absolutely enormous amount of meat. And it's wicked tasty because it's wrapped in all this fat, which you got to scrape off, and it's fantastic. And then you dip it in the mustard, like this. Right? And it's just excellent. Problem is, there's a lot of meat. I'm not even getting all of this. But that's okay. Because I think I've eaten about 9 pounds of pork meat.
Great.
It's great. It's great. I have to stop now, and then I'll take a very long walk across the city. I think I may walk to the German border and burn off some of this pork. Oh, there's more in there. I better keep looking.
Well, you were telling me earlier how important it is to eat close to where you sleep.
Yes, particularly that would have been a good idea now. Yes, I could go over at any second. Well, it's back to the town square, and it looks to us like they're getting ready to do the tree lighting, we think tomorrow night, which will be incredibly great. We were seeing them test the tree there a moment ago. It's really beautiful. It's a little chilly in the rain and all, but what a spot. As you say, this is exactly beautiful. Just why you should come to Prague. It's gorgeous. Wonderful. As it gets. I walked all over Prague this morning down to what they call the Dancing House. Now we are in Wenceslaus Square, which is not really a square. You'll see in a minute. It's kind of a long promenade. But behind me here is Saint Wenceslaus. You know, like Good King Wenceslaus, the Christmas song, all that stuff. This is King Wenceslaus. I think it was also apparently a saint. And we're also told that locals here meet under the tail of the horse. They say meet me under the tail. Then you know what that means. But if you look around down here, you get the whole view of the square, which is a really more, well, long street. They compare it to the Champs-Élysées, something like that. Very nice. The Christmas markets are out. We're going to go take one. Walking down the Wenceslaus Square, we're just noticing there's fantastic looking food everywhere. Sausages and some kind of a potato thing. Ooh, my, and little curly baby sausages. Ooh, don't those look wonderful? What is that? Potatoes, bacon, and onions. Sounds fantastic. And over here, more, I think, of the potatoes, bacon. That's, oh yeah, all of this. That's fantastic looking. And smells so good, you can't believe it too. Wow. I may have to stop filming, get a glass of wine and some of this. We're on the other end of Wenceslaus now. I'm just noticing the architecture here is really amazing. Hey, look at these buildings. And these gigantic statues that appear on the roofs. Really amazing. I don't know what the name of it is, the style. There's bits and pieces like those guys up there on the roof look a little bit like former Soviet. But the architecture's really something to see.
And there's Frosty the Snowman.
And Frosty.
And the shoe.
around the old town square, I want to make one mention. They have like this hot mulled wine, like every 100 feet. This is a fantastic idea. And if you live in like a cold climate like Boston, to have hot mulled wine every 100 feet gives you a whole new perspective on winter. I'm standing here right now in the rain, drizzle, the freezing drizzle, the hot mulled wine, and I'm feeling pretty good about the rest of the evening. So, it's a thought. Take it back. They're doing again some tests. I'm being checked into a nap pod. Not feeling 100% today, so we got a 5-hour layover. So this seems like a good idea. I got my own little room here next to, in the middle of the terminal. Perfect. I'm going in here, close the door, take a nap. I'm podded up in Munich. Well, I'm here in the pod, and I found something I just got to show you. I mean, here I am, all right? Over here, when you hit the button, watch this. The mood light came on. I'm now in this orange glow with this lovely music. I want to buy one of these things.